Rohit, we often hear in T20 cricket about matchups. As a captain, like how much do you believe in specific matchups and how much do you believe about instinctive decision making? Because you have a couple of very good spinners, one left-arm spinner who has been very consistent. You have a very senior off spinner. So, is it about matchups or about instinctive decision making?
To be honest, it's a bit of both actually. You got to be instinctive as well. Sometimes you just have that feeling that this is the guy who will do the job for you. And yes, you have to look at the matchups as well. We've been going through a lot of numbers all these days about people have been successful in Australia. Although it's a different time, not a lot of cricket has been played during this month in Australia. But it was important for us to get some kind of data around what happens in October, November in Australia, and what are the kind of people who've been successful here. So we saw a lot of things about how you need to be successful, firstly as a team, and then as an individual as well. So we went through all of it, but obviously, like I said, it's a bit of both. Sometimes you just feel that, this guy is bowling pretty well. You need to just get him to play the game. He's in good form. And yeah, on the other side, you will look at the matchups as well. So it's a bit of both. And on that given day, whatever we feel is the right 11, we will go by that. I certainly want to keep my mind open on that when it comes to playing 11. We don't want to get stuck with one particular way of, making your playing 11. We want to be open about it. And yeah, if we have to change one or two player in every game, we got to be ready for it. And that's how we prepared all our guys as well. The message was given a long way before we came here. We need to change one or two player, for the matchups, for what sort of conditions we are playing in. Guys will be ready for it. So it's not a last minute thing where making those we are changing the players. This is the talk that has happened in the team long way back, and guys are ready for it.
We can swing and then we come back to this side again.
Rohit, all the best for one of my first of all. And with this match in particular, where there are threats of rain, do you think toss becomes all the more crucial considering the fact that the overs might get reduced, and when you're especially chasing, if you get a chance to chase, then the target keeps getting revised. So you think toss becomes all the more crucial, especially when the rain threat is there?
In the hindsight, if you look at it, yes, it does become a little important. But again, I've been hearing about Melbourne weather for a while now, and it keeps changing. In the morning when I woke up, the buildings, when I opened my curtain, were in clouds, and now we suddenly see the sunshine. So you don't really know what is going to happen tomorrow. The things that are in our control, we'll try and control that, which is to have a good training session today, go back, relax ourselves, and get ready for tomorrow. As simple as that. We need to come here. Think that it's a 40-over game. We will be ready for that. And if the situation demands that it's a shorter game, we will be ready for that as well, because a lot of the guys have played such kind of games before, and they know how to manage themselves in a situation like that, where you're getting ready for a 40-over game and then suddenly it's a 20-over game for both sides, 10 over each or 5 over each. And luckily we played one game in India against Australia, which was an 8-over game. I think in terms of where the guy, and I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, but we just certainly need to come here very well prepared and thinking that it's going to be all for your game.
Enjoy for the very time. Enjoy.
Hi, Rohit. India are playing the opener against Pakistan, and a few days back, BCCI secretary said that we won't be touring Pakistan for the 2023 Asia Cup. And a day later, our sports minister, Mr. Anurag Thakur, said that there are security issues with touring Pakistan. So what is your take on it, and what do you feel about touring or not touring Pakistan? Because the Champions Trophy is also supposed to be held in 2025.
My take is let's focus on this World Cup because this is important for us. We're not worried about what is going to happen later. No point thinking about it. BCCI will make the decisions on that. Focused on how we need to be very well prepared for tomorrow's game.
Rohit, विवेक ने पूछा था उसका आगे hypothetical. Though the teams would want कि 40-40 ओवर का मैच हो, आपने कहा कि टीम तैयार रहती, बट क्या वर्ल्ड कप जैसे इवेंट में फिर हो जाता है 5 ओवर, 6 ओवर, 8 ओवर का गेम?
जी बिल्कुल. देखिए अभी भी आते हैं 40 ओवर टिकट निकाल के, सोचते हैं कि 40 ओवर देखने मिलेगा, और उसके बाद अगर 5-5 ओवर का गेम हो जाता है तो थोड़ा डिसअपॉइंटमेंट बाहर से भी होता है. बट प्लेयर्स को भी आई थिंक दे वांट टू प्ले द फुल गेम. ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग, इट्स नाइस बिकॉज देयर इज कंपेटिटिवनेस व्हेन यू प्ले ऑल 40 ओवर्स. बट अगेन जैसे मैंने बताया कि वाले के हाथ में कि कल क्या होगा इन टर्म्स ऑफ द वेदर. बट हमें डेफिनेटली अगर पूरा मैच खेलने मिले तो बेहतर होगा. बट वी विल बी, लाइक आई सेड, वी विल बी वेरी वेल प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर व्हाटएवर द सिचुएशन इज, वेदर इट्स ओवर गेम, 10 ओवर का गेम. हमें उस तरीके से प्रिपेयर करना पड़ेगा कि कल जो भी सिचुएशन हमारे सामने आए, हमें उस चीज के लिए रेडी रहना जरूरी है.